During our OKR coaching calls at Weekdone, many of our users ask what the difference is between OKRs and KPIs. Or they mention that they're switching from KPIs to OKRs. You can't compare OKRs and KPIs directly, as they aren't on the same level. Companies can have both, and usually a below-target KPI can indicate an objective and key results are needed. So, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. First, let's look at how goals, metrics, and targets are related. A goal is a direction a company wants to go in, usually an improvement by growth, change, or innovation. Metrics monitor how the company is performing in various areas. These can be quality measurements or growth measurements. Targets are the level of performance a company wants to achieve for a given metric. For example, let's say a startup company has a goal to become profitable. The metrics they would need to monitor are ROAS, return on advertising spend, and profit, the amount of money they get to keep after costs. The targets could be 1.5 for ROAS and $100,000 for profit. So, what are KPIs? KPIs are metrics which monitor performance. KPIs can be a quality measure. For example, let's take a look at Company A, whose marketing team has a new lead KPI of 50. KPIs are usually achieved with business as usual and as a part of your daily routine. If in a given month the amount of new leads coming into sales is 50 or above, they are hitting the KPI target, and no action needs to be taken. But if new leads drop below 50, then the company knows an extra focus is needed to improve lead generation. Most likely, the company will want the goal to get back on track, or even go over the target. KPIs can also be a growth measurement. For example, Company A also has a KPI for revenue. The target is for that revenue to grow over time. Remember, a target is the level of performance we want to achieve. If Company A is falling behind the target, then a revenue goal may be needed. If revenue growth is on track, then a goal isn't needed for this KPI. Now that we have an idea of what KPIs are, where do OKRs fall into place? OKRs, or Objectives Key Results, are a goal-setting system. Objectives are inspirational goals that your company wants to achieve. Key results are a way to measure if you have reached your goal or not. The OKR structure is very simple. You start by defining 3 to 5 key objectives on a company or team level. Objectives should be ambitious, inspiring, qualitative, and quarterly based. Under each objective, define 3 to 5 key results that measure outcomes that indicate you have reached your objective. Key results should be quantifiable, achievable, and lead to an objective grading. Key results are about pushing to be better and should not be about achieving business-as-usual results. Let's look at an example of a company-level OKR. A good objective would be research and improve customer satisfaction. A few key results that would be good for this objective could be: increase Net Promoter Score, NPS, from 45 to over 55. Get 1,000 survey responses to annual satisfaction survey. Present an action plan of 10 improvements. Now, let's look at how OKRs and KPIs interact with one another. KPIs can let a company know that an improvement is needed. As we said in our example above, if a company's KPI for new leads drop below target, then an OKR might be created in order to improve the KPI. Usually, companies think that the KPI should be one of the key results in the objective, but this isn't best practice. For example, if our KPI is 50 new leads per month, and we see that in May and June we have dropped below this KPI, we may want to create an objective that addresses the problem. We could create the objective, achieve record third quarter revenue growth. This doesn't just address the new lead problem shown by our KPI target, But in order to achieve this result, we would need to address the KPI. Many people think that the first key result could be the KPI, increase new leads per month from 40 to over 50. This usually isn't a good idea though. A KPI simply lets us know there is an issue. But there may be other results that would better measure an objective than the KPI itself. Key results could be a smaller metric that you don't always get to focus on. For example, perhaps 50% of the new leads were coming in from a free ebook. However, this ebook is now 5 years old, and over the years, the percentage of leads has been going down regularly. You may want to change this KR to focus on updating the ebook and generating downloads of the new edition. Now, you should have a better idea of the difference between OKRs, a goal-setting system, and KPIs, metrics that monitor performance, and how they interact. For more information specifically about OKRs, check out our video, What are OKRs? If you are new to OKRs, we also recommend to download our free ebook, Step-by-Step Guide to OKRs. We also have a great playlist with all of the videos we have on OKRs.